Hello everyone, welcome back to the IndieGeekGuy channel. Hope you're well. Today we're looking at For a Few Dollars More. So we're continuing the Clint Eastwood train with a few dollars more. He's here in his cowboy garb this time around. So I have seen A Fistful of Dollars, the sort of first in this trilogy of movies, where he comes into a town, pits two families against one another, sort of ends up helping those who have suffered. All things turn out good. It's a fun little Western movie. It was an enjoyable time. I watched that some time ago. I have also seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly a long time ago. I've not seen it in a long time, but it does, you know, this is me shouting into the wind of the choir of everyone else saying this, but one of the best, like, standoffs ever filmed. Like, it still gives me chills. Like, I often just go and watch that moment, or just for the sake, because it's so enjoyable. The music, the tension, everything about that ending shootout was incredible. But I have never seen the middle movie of this trilogy, which we're going to be doing today. Now, from what I gather, is that these movies aren't directly linked, really. There's just sort of thematical things that carry over, and it's kind of that kind of a trilogy, less so than, you know, your traditional one. So I don't really have any idea what's going to be in this movie. I guess Clint Eastwood is going to be, you know, I think The Man with No Name seems to be the titular thing that he has around his neck in these movies, and he's gonna roll into town once more, and there's gonna be some shit going on. I don't know. I have literally no idea what this movie's about at all, other than, you know, Western cowboy stuff. So I'm excited to have a little change of pace and do this Western movie with all of you guys today. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. But before we jump into this one, please remember to hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy the reaction and the review that happens afterwards. Also consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos. That's reactions, reviews, gameplay, lots of fun stuff. Make sure you're checking it out. But with all that being said and done, let's jump into For a Few Dollars More. I thought that sounded like a gun being loaded, but I didn't want to say it and look like an idiot. Good shot, though. That's some distance. For a few dollars more. Where life had no value, death sometimes has its price. That is why the bounty killers appeared. I saw the word bounty and instantly thought, well, surely the word hunter comes after bounty, but no, bounty killer. Bounty killer.
This train will stop at Tucumcari.
The train will stop, motherfucker. I will make it stop.
Somebody pull the emergency cord.
Yep, it was me. Thanks, boys. Perfect parking as well. Look at that. Right where I needed it to be.
Where is he? Huh?
I've no idea where he'd be today.
I think he might be upstairs. It's gonna shoot. Yeah, there it is. Oh, parkour. Parkour, man. There he goes. At least he had the good sense not to stick around, I suppose. Oh, God. You might be dead, fella. You might be dead. That's cool, though. I like that saddle. That satchel. It's a word for a bag. It's like the original opening the trunk and having a load of guns in there. Or boot, I should say, because, you know, I'm English. Damn! Headshot. There he is. Oh, look at that shot, though. That's a shot and a fucking half right there. Oh, and the rain!
You know Baby Kavanaugh?
There. At that table. He's got his back to you.
The looks of, we might be fucked, boys. Watch him put down 4 aces. Oh, he's got 3 aces.
Didn't hear what the bet was.
Your life?
He was playing a card game in terms of if you took him in alive or not. Oh my god, chop! The chop! Ugh.
Let Red go.
Oh, half a beard cowboy. Fucking got him! Jesus! I love these opening scenes. They're just clearly setting up our 2 bounty hunters and how good they are. Oh my god! Sets the stage, that's for sure.
You people need a new sheriff.
He believes in goodness, I guess. No, interesting. We've got two bounty hunters. They've both been set up with their skill set. One was introduced reading the Bible, so clearly maybe have some sense of righteousness. And here we had Clint Eastwood sort of saying, look, get a new sheriff. This guy's no good. So, you know, interesting setup for both of them. Hello.
Joey,
Is he just going to kill his fellow prisoner? Is that what he's going to do? I'm worried for him. I'm worried for this guy.
hasta luego, amigo.
That poor guy. He was just having a whiz in the corner. Next thing he knows, dead. Dead!
What's up? Who is it?
Rodriguez, senor.
Oh my god, that would suck so bad.
I'm letting you leave, hero. That's so you can tell everybody you've seen what takes place here.
Gotta tell the story. Leave one alive to tell the story. He's one of these guys, huh? I like that they managed to get a picture of him laughing.
You took money to put me behind bars. You used the reward that you got to start raising a family. And that's why I feel your family is partly mine.
Well, I hate the guy. He made that very easy. I recognize that. Yep, definitely hate him.
I'm sure you
Definitely don't like him. I recognize that tune that's coming from the watch. I'm not sure where I recognize it from.
This time you'll have a chance to shoot me, but not in the back. When you hear the music finish begin, let's start.
Does he get to have his hands? Okay, he does. I was gonna say, what do you got him to do? Use his mouth? Oh my god! Fucking Dracula came up in here. Yep. But he legitimately did give him a fair shot at it. It wasn't like it was rigged or anything. Which is interesting.
Now, what would be the most impossible bank for me to rob?
In your case, the one bank I would suggest.
Close to the safe. He's like laughing. It's gonna try and use it as a trap, I'm guessing. It's gonna assume that they might hit up the bank, and that's where he'll get them.
I have 50 cents here for you if you'll let me know when anybody you've never seen before here in El Paso comes to town.
At the hotel, senor. A stranger just came out of there.
Just instant. Instant. I got that 50 cents, baby.
I'm sorry, the room you want is our best. It's always occupied.
It's free now.
The room is taken.
If you're waiting for Sancho, I'll go and come back in about 4 years. He's in prison. Man who gets caught doesn't deserve respect, huh? What's it all about, huh?
Not just listen.
I mean, he got caught.
Once upon a time, there was a carpenter. There was a banker once who decided he must have his iron safe disguised to look like a wood cabinet. The carpenter's in El Paso. He happens to walk into the bank there. And what does he find? The cabinet. His good fortune stopped that day. Because later, as a prisoner, he ran into me.
Okay. That's who that guy was. That's who he was. That's why you had to kill him. So they're not looking for a safe. They're looking for like a wooden box. Because like, oof. 50 cents per person, right? 50 cents per person. I can get money out of this. Fight, 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 fight. How come this guy looks pissed off and scared simultaneously? Just, I'm gonna wind you up. Wind you the fuck up until you break.
Why should a man walk around with a pistol and then let himself be insulted? It's mighty strange.
He had a very, very important reason, that's all.
I was thinking that myself.
Whilst Clint Eastwood's just letting him do the work for him. You can suss him out. I'll just watch.
25, 26, 27, 28.
This timing, how long it takes them to do a round. It's gonna see Clint Eastwood looking at him. That's amazing. Just fucking sizing each other up. It's just a flex off is what's happening. Just a flex off. Who can flex the most? I just want my hat. That's all I want. Clint, please. Please. Ah, he found his range. He found his range, though. He's got you now. He's got you now. Gonna shoot your hat off. Yep. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought, Clint. You and your hat.
As you're aware, when two hunters go after the same prey, they usually end up shooting each other in the back, and we don't want to shoot each other in the back.
Teamwork, teamwork. Begrudging teamwork.
When all said and done, I think I might just take you up on your proposition to the partnership. With no tricks, of course.
No tricks.
I expect tricks. There will be tricks, and they will be had aplenty.
Now then, tell me, Colonel, how do you propose that I join up with Indio?
But I'd suggest you take him Sancho Perez. He's cooling off in Alamogordo jail.
So Clint's got to join up the band, break someone out of jail. That seems a lot of risk on his part.
Then one day something happened. Made life very precious to me.
The music's playing, the same as the watch. I feel he has a personal stake. He has a personal stake in this whole situation. I feel like I'm not supposed to know what that was about, but there's clearly something bigger afoot, or personal, I should say, between these people. Get away from the wall. Jesus, the amount of risk, the risk that Clint Eastwood is going for this. Well, you know, $10,000, quite a lot. Okay, I understand.
Who is that with you?
He got me out. Man's a friend of mine.
Doesn't that make you instantly suspicious? Like, why would you do that? Why would you do such a thing?
Tomorrow, Blackie, Chico, Paco, and you, amigo, will rob the bank in Santa Cruz. And then after the job, we'll all meet again at Las Palmeras.
I would be so much more suspicious of this guy who just shows up, providing, like, everything you needed. Yep.
Why don't you just sit down and send out the alarm to El Paso and the rest of the towns around here and warn them, right?
They've robbed the bank at Santa Cruz.
Gets all them out. It gets all of the law out of the way. So he needed to cause a distraction, but without actually robbing the bank. So he killed the other people, then just made the guy send out an alarm. I went from behind. They came from behind. Oh, this went extremely well for them, huh?
I have an appointment with Indio, and I'm not going to let anyone else interfere.
You're certain about that?
That's right, Colonel.
All right, in that case, I'm sorry. Indio sent 4 men to Santa Cruz. And 1 man returns, a new man, without a scratch. And you ride up to him again and show him that little nick you got, and he might believe you. Try to convince Indio to go north.
After Santa Cruz, we headed for El Paso, and they hit us from all sides.
And you just saved your own skin, isn't it right, you yellow...
Damn right. Put them in their place.
You know a better way to go?
Yeah, south. Yeah, they'll never expect you to cross the border now that the alarm's been sent.
Interesting. Where's this going? No. I'm going to bet that our other bounty killer knows that he's probably going to switch up the plan. There you go. Hey, have 2. Oh, no, have 3. Oh, he's here. Look at him. I knew he'd be here.
Now, come on. You light another match.
I generally smoke just after I eat. Why don't you come back in about 10 minutes?
Oh, my God.
3.
Stop it!
He had it coming. He started it. Well, technically, the Colonel started it with the match lighting, but, you know.
I'm the one who can open the safe for you.
What the fuck? Can he have a face?
What safe, senor? What'll it cost?
5,000.
Two's over. We're going to wait here for an entire month if I think it's necessary. And everybody will get his share.
Well, okay then. I knew there'd be tricks. Tricks were had.
It's all right here.
Leaving him a note, though. Nice little love note, maybe? Man, these fuckers are going to be waiting here a month. Well, they might check when they realise that they fucking... Clint Eastwood and Colonel Man has fucking vanished, but... It'd be funny if they waited a whole month before checking. Yep, you're fucked. You're fucked. Yeah, I figured this was going too smoothly. This was going way too smooth. I mean, the money's still in the tree, I guess. That's where Clint threw it.
Change your plans. In your one shoe.
Oh, they're betraying each other now? Is that what's happening? Unless that means less to split between them, I guess.
I think you should get out fast now. Here's your guns without bullets. And listen, don't you let Indio find you both around.
Well, this is just suspect. This is just... Don't trust this.
How long have you known that Monco's a bounty killer? I knew he was one from the first moment he arrived.
He's been playing his own long game the whole time. I figured he probably would. Like, it seemed like he would be smart enough to realize that.
So we let all of them get mixed up in a gun battle. Because we'll be far away, right? And we'll have all the money.
Oh, the double cross. The flipping and the flopping. So the rest of the gang are going to think that Clint and Colonel escaped, have a gunfight with them. Meanwhile, main villain guy and his buddy are going to make off with the rest of the money, even though the money's in a tree right now. And he's going to open it and find that note. And be like, ah, there's a note.
All right, come on now, open it.
What's the note say? What does the note say? I have your money, ha ha. Oh, it's just the bounty poster. That's what it is.
Leave Indio to me.
All right.
He's got some sort of personal stake for sure in that guy, Indio. And this gang really needs to work on their stealth. they're not very sneaky. Fuck, I want to play Red Dead Redemption. Jesus, it always happens. Oh my god, she shot herself? She fucking shot herself. Jesus.
Indio! Listen to me! This is Colonel Mortimer!
Is it the Colonel's daughter, maybe?
When the chimes end, pick up your gun. Try and shoot me, Colonel. Just try.
The little one. He got it from him. I knew there was two. I was wondering what the link was.
Try this. Now we start. It was tense, but I kind of knew what was going to happen. This is what it's been about for him the entire time. There seems to be a family resemblance.
Naturally, between brother and sister.
Brother and sister, huh? I was going with daughter, so I was wrong. Brother and sister.
I mean, we've become rich, old man.
No, it's all for you. I think you deserve it.
He got what he wanted. And used fucking Clint Eastwood in the process to do that, so... Good on him. Good on him to give him the money, I guess. Rides off into the sunset. Job well done. Avenge his sister, who I definitely thought was his daughter. And Clint gets a barrel of dead bodies and money. I mean, I would maybe make them a bit more secure back there. They're going to fall out. The end! All right, for a few dollars more. I really like that. That was a fun little, like, heist, bounty killer, hunter smush. In some ways, the story was, very simple, easy to follow. It's, two bounty hunters / bounty killers going after a gang who are planning a bank robbery. But then there are all sorts of twists and turns, and then there's a personal stake injected via Lee Van Cleef's character of avenging his sister, which was really nicely seeded throughout the movie. Like, the first time you have the flashback with the bad guy, I was like, he does look younger here, and what is this all about? He's like committed a crime, he killed someone, and obviously looked to rape this woman, and he's been hanging this around his neck the entire time, like he can't let go of this moment in his life, or like, I don't want to justify him because clearly he's bad, he's insane, he's nuts, and got what he deserved at the end. But it's clear from his point of view, he must have, like, in his own sick way, loved that woman and was jealous of the fact that she was with someone else. And it went dark. It went fucking dark there at the end, where rather than have him rape her, impregnate her, whatever the fuck, she shot herself rather than shooting him. Like, that's bleak. That's real dark. But it ultimately did make the villain more compelling in that way, that he is an absolute madman. And then when it got to the end where they were just double-crossing upon double-crossing, not only was Clint Eastwood and Lee Van Cleef trying to, like, trick each other, although I felt like the Colonel was pretty upfront with Clint Eastwood. He was just like, yo, you do this, everything will work, this is the plan. I am going to kind of use you. I'm going to be upfront about this. I'm using you to achieve my ends, but ultimately, I'm in this, I can use you, we can come out of this on top together, but just do as I say. Whereas Clint Eastwood is a lot more reckless and, kind of wanted the money for himself and didn't trust the colonel quite so much, and was trying to throw him off the scent a little bit. But with age comes experience, and was able to outplay all of that. So it was a fun dynamic between the two of them. I thought the set pieces, all the action was good. I mean, everyone was like really good with a gun. Like they could just shoot like no tomorrow. But then Clint Eastwood and Lee Van Cleef are just like another tier of good. Like everyone is like an excellent shot, and then there's those two. It's like they have superpowers. Like they have Deadeye all the time. It's no wonder that video games have, like with Western themes or just straight up Westerns, have come up with that whole way of slow-mo time to do those crack shots, because obviously taking a lot of influence from all these movies where that is a constant thing. I liked the atmosphere throughout, the use of the locations and stuff, because, you know, obviously I believe I'm not like spaghetti westerns, right? So they filmed out in Spain and stuff and double it up for the Wild West, and you know, there's clearly some, I feel like there was some actors who were speaking other languages that was then dubbed over, and I guess it's one of those situations where the actors were all just doing their performances in their native languages, and then they dubbed it, and all the actors just had to work off of one another in that way, which was a fairly common practice around this time, as I believe. But it's interesting. It is interesting how that comes together to make a movie. But no, like I say, good atmosphere throughout. Like the music as well helped a lot with that. Like the music ranged from like the traditional, like what you associate with a western, with like the whistling and the like epicness of it all, like really getting music that when you have a vista of the West, of the mythological Wild West, and you have like this epic score playing, but then also the score could go down to like these, I mean, I can only describe it as like horror. Like some of the music in the movie, like the chime of the watch was particularly like catchy, I suppose is the word, like an earworm. But I swear I've heard that somewhere before, so if anyone knows where I might have heard that chime of the watch before, please let me know. I'm sure someone's probably used it in like a parody or something along those lines, or maybe even an actual song has used that chime for some reason. I don't know. Let me know if you do know the answer to that. But no, the music did a great job of like both the epic side of it, the mythological West, as I say, but also when it came down to personal stakes and personal like dealing with like a dangerous situation, the music shifted gears into something that would reflect that. I really liked like our two bounty killers just like talking shop. Like there are a couple of scenes where they're just sort of discussing the business of being a bounty killer, which was fun, and just sort of seeing them play off one another, trying to size each other up, get what a sense of each other's skill set is, and then talking the business side of what it is to be a bounty killer. I don't know. I just enjoyed all of that stuff. Like, it's just world building and character building, and yeah, enjoyed all of that stuff. I did like that Clint Eastwood in here. Like, he obviously had his calm coolness throughout most of the movie, but then there are moments where it was allowed to be like, Jesus, what, are you sure about this? What are you doing? Like, whenever Lee Van Cleef was making a play, he was like, okay, you sure? Like, I enjoyed that stuff, and obviously Lee Van Cleef was excellent as well. Like he like from the moment he shows up and you see his face, he just exudes a presence of like, don't mess with me, all right. Which was really good. And I also feel like our main villain did a really good job of just conveying madness. Just a guy who is gone. Like, he seems competent and like he knows where he is, but then there are these moments where he just loses himself inside himself. He's just like goes somewhere completely different. Obviously he has the laughing like the Joker every so often, which was a nice little touch just to show how he doesn't respond to things a way a normal human being like would, like finding pleasure in the weirdest of things, and all of that stuff. I think he did a really good job with that. But yeah, I just think this movie did a good job at like painting this world and the people who inhabit it overall. Like, it was just fun to just sort of sit in it, and there was a lot of action moments, but at the same time it's kind of a slow burn in its own way. But I feel like the pacing was pretty solid throughout. Like, I never got bored or felt uninterested with what was happening. I was always like, oh, there's a set piece happening, or there's a good character moment happening, there's a good bit of like epic world building vistas and stuff happening. Like, it always found a way to keep coming in with something new, and that was both in terms of the visuals, how it was showing stuff. There were some beautiful shots in here, but also, like I say, like at first you just think, Oh, it's two bounty killers. They're after a gang. Oh, there's a bank robbery about to happen, and how are they going to stop that? How are they going to get involved with that? And then it starts seeding these other elements that you're like, wait, where's this going? Well, I'm not sure. And then the personal stakes come in. I just thought I did a really good job at building up to its climax, and kind of like the good, the bad, and the ugly, like that same thing where you get to that 3-man standoff and it builds up to that moment. Much the same here, where you sort of get an early version of that here, where it builds up to this final gunfight, and it's like the personal stake of it all, not anything else. It just comes down to these two guys who are one completely mad, evil, but in his own, like I say, twisted way, loved this woman, and the brother of the woman who died killed herself, and just facing off against one another. And ultimately that fight was the most satisfying part of it, like seeing how all that came together. And then Clint Eastwood on the sidelines just like, yeah, well, I'm just a bounty killer. This fight doesn't actually involve me, so if we can sort this out. I'm obviously on the Colonel's side in this, so if this doesn't go his way, I'm definitely going to kill you. Like I say, it was like an early version of what would be the good, the bad, and the ugly final showdown, so that was interesting to see. Also, like the humor in here, like there was a lot of good humor in here every so often. Like it was just very silly and over the top, and all sort of character-led humor. Like you had the landlady or the hotel people who were there, which is, it's very low-hanging fruit humor, but I feel like for some reason it just worked. And I think the reason it worked was just because it all comes from character, and I just felt like this world was so well realized. I just bought into all of that. So I did like that, a part of helping the pacing and the overall story was having these moments of levity throughout, where it just sort of poked fun at certain aspects, which, that's fine with me. I enjoyed that stuff. But yeah, all in all, solid. I really enjoyed this. This is like one of those movies where I know Westerns get like a bad rap, especially with, dare I say, younger viewers, but they get a bad rap from what I can tell for being uninteresting or boring. But based on this, I do not see how that can happen. I'm sure there are probably Westerns out there that aren't that good. I mean, I feel like in my viewing experience of them, I've been pretty lucky, I guess, with the ones that I've seen, that I've pretty much enjoyed all of them. But this is nowhere near boring. Like, there's drama, there's personal stakes, there's action sequences, there's explosions, there's, all that stuff that you look for in solid entertainment, I guess, and storytelling. It's here. So I don't know. I do feel like Westerns get a bad rap unfairly. But I don't know. Leave comments below. Let me know the movies that you think might have given the Western genre this kind of attitude, I suppose. This sort of place in pop culture where a lot of people sort of think, they're kind of dull and nothing really happens, because shit clearly happens. I just saw it. So yeah, fully recommend for a few dollars more if you've never seen it before. As I say, I'd never seen this one in this sort of trilogy of movies. Let me know what you think about all three of them. Personally, I feel like I enjoy all three of these movies for very different reasons, and they seem to scale pretty well. Like you get to the very sort of isolated first movie, which is just about a very small group of people in this one location, and that's what it is. Then we get to this one where the scale and the stakes seem to expand. You've got more location work, there's more personal stakes, more people involved, like all that. And then you get to the third one, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and it's just like an epic scale, both in length and in what the film does. So I don't know. Let me know what your favorite of these three movies are. I'd be interested to know. But that's it. I enjoyed my time here with this one. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, press the thumbs up button. Let me know you liked it. Also, consider subscribing and hitting the bell thing, letting you know when all the videos come up on the channel. That's reviews, reactions, gameplay, all the fun stuff. But other than that, thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.